Hi everyone, this is MVious Cosplay here, just saying that I'm going back to the old format of the show temporarily because I am currently not in possession of a laptop. I will go back to the way the current format is once I get a new laptop in hand, but until then, thanks again for tuning into the show and please enjoy.
I'll be right back.
Alrighty. Hey everybody, we are back with another episode of The Runner, a Gundam and Gunpla podcast. I am your host as always, MVious Cosplay, Marvin, and with me is
I'm Gilbert, DJProvoke.
and Bucket Knight is here too, but he will be right back. He's doing something right now. Um, and sorry for the delay, everybody. There wasn't an episode last week because we had some technical difficulties. So thankfully, um, we are here. You're gonna get two things today this week. Hopefully, uh, this will be a regular standard show, and earlier for this part of the week, and then hopefully by end of this week we will do our first Gundam movie commentary. So that's pretty exciting. On that, we, the show for this week is going to be a little bit kind of improv, kind of not, because I did not expect to do a show this early in the week. But, excuse me, with most focus on the commentary coming up this week, I didn't really think of putting some show notes together. I'm doing it right now as we speak. Um, so, mostly, we're going to be talking about four kits from a series, as well as the upcoming Master Grade Extreme line. Well, EX Extreme. I don't really know if Bandai meant for the EX to mean Extreme. It could be. I don't know. I don't even work at Bandai, so I don't even know. I wish I did. But right now, recently, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago that Premium Bandai is going to release more. I I hope these are upgraded and updated kits because the the last time they made Endless Waltz Gundam Wing Endless Waltz movie versions of the Gundams was years ago. Shortly after the Katoki redesigns of the Heavy Arms, Sandrock, Death Scythe, the regular Death Scythe, mind you, not the one with the bat wings, and the Shenlong Gundam were released. But we are getting another run of the movie versions of those kits. So the Heavy Arms will be the blue edition, Sandrock that's not the standard colors, it's that light purplish blue,
Mhm.
as well as the Ultron Gundam with the giant dragon heads on the shoulders. And we're not getting another Death Scythe, apparently, for some reason. But we are getting another run of the Talkies 3. So hopefully, the with the previous issues and problems that the Talkies 3 apparently had with the former release, mostly from what I understand, the heat rod, there's nothing really to stabilize the heat rod whip. So they might
Okay.
incorporate the insertable bendable wire to go inside, so you'll be able to pose the heat rod whip freely without it falling down. So let's see. Okay, Wing EW. Um, I think we could go do a run through of each of the Gundams and the Targis 3 coming out. So we'll start off with the Heavy Arms. The Heavy Arms will be, of course, as the movie version of it with the blue-green color scheme. Um, so what do you guys think of that, by the way? Like, did you find it weird that back in the day when you watched the Endless Waltz, the first time you said, hey, what the heck? Heavy Arms was red and orange. Why is it blue all of a sudden?
Uh, I remember when oh my God, that was a long time ago. I remember when I saw the original Toonami trailer for it, which was awesome, by the way. I was looking at it and it was like, oh, it's Gundam Wing, and I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know what these things are. And I was looking at it, I'm like, I think that's heavy arms. And I saw the Gatling guns, I'm like, oh no, that's heavy arms, all right. So I was really surprised. The one design I think that was really out there was Altron. Because
Oh yeah.
I think of all the mobile suits, that was the one that they really changed. So I didn't know what was going on until I was really watching the trailer. I'm like, oh, they redid the suits, and I could not figure out why until a few years later when I really found out why they did it. So
Sell more
yeah,
toys and art design.
Yeah, exactly. Sell more
true,
toys. That's all it's always about.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
I mean, if you look at all the re-releases and redesigns of the Wing Zero Endless Waltz,
Yeah, I know, right?
that boy alone gets the most out of the five.
True. Well, everyone likes it because it's totally busted and awesome.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one of the Gundams that are coming out for this re-release is Sandrock. As far as I know, in the Endless Waltz manga and Glory of Losers, Sandrock looks pretty the same, just different color swap, I guess. um, well, previously, as stated in our previous episode, 1 or 2 episodes ago, that P Bandai will be making the Sandrock, and I got the name of it wrong last time when I said the Sandrock Mokai. I did some more digging, and the actual name of it is Sandrock Armadillo.
If that's one with the big shields, the two big
Yeah,
shields.
that's the one.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I
And
actually
then,
have that one. I have that one in G Generation Cross Rays. It's not a bad suit actually.
yeah, I really dig the design. Um, I really kind of do think it matches with the Sandrock as what majority of the scenes that we see of the Sandrock and Ketra, he's always in the desert. And now that I think about it, with the name Armadillo, I'm like, yeah, armadillos are usually in the desert, and Sandrock is mostly in the desert fights. um, so, but I do, excuse me, I just find it so odd the color swap from the Sandrock Armadillo, which is the standard white, black, and yellow color, is going straight to purple, blue. I'm like, okay, all right. Um, moving on to the third of the 4 kits getting re-releases for Gundam Wing and Endless Waltz is the Altron Wu Fei. Growing up, I thought the Altron was really cool. Well, this version of the Altron, the one in the show, I didn't really care for. I preferred the Shenlong design more than the show's depiction of the Altron. But when Endless Waltz came out, I was like, okay, this is a lot better. I didn't really like the wings and tail on the back. I thought it was a bit too much, even for a Gundam design. But the 2 big, huge dragon heads that attach to the shoulders, I thought that was the coolest aspect of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and with Gundam Wing and DBZ being shown back to back on Toonami, I was like, huh. So Wu Fei decided to put 2 Shenron heads on his Gundam. That's awesome.
Good times.
Yeah. So
I, I, it's true. I never really cared for the original Ultron design. I really
yeah,
I liked its weapon loadout.
yeah,
Um, but I never. It looked too bulky. To me. I mean, I'm looking at it right now on a Gundam Wiki, and it's a really bulky suit. I like the wing binders on the back,
I
but
didn't.
really,
Yeah,
well,
I thought it was too much even for an anime design for a mech.
interesting.
And that's coming from the guy who loves the over-the-top 4 angel winged Endless Waltz Wing Zero.
I was actually thinking about that. I'm like, they gave a Gundam Angel Wings, and you're like, this is great. But then they give the other Gundam a tail beam cannon. You're like, no. So interesting. But
I prefer the Shenlong's design over the Altron in the show.
I can see that. It's more streamlined. I do like the Altron Gundam's Endless Waltz version. I do like in terms of it's streamlined because, like I said, when I first saw this suit, it was the first one I saw, and I was like, "What Gundam is this?" Because it looks nothing like anything I'd ever seen at that point.
Yeah.
Because I think it's the most drastic change from all the other suits. They practically rebuilt it, and I was like, "Oh, I like this thing, but what the hell is it?"
Yeah. Oh, and when segueing off of Gundam Wing for a little bit,
Mhm.
fast forwarding to I think G Gundam later on the Toonami run, which came out later. When I saw the Dragon Gundam, I was like, they straight up ripped off of Gundam Wing with the Altron. But then my little knowledge back then, I was like, I didn't know Wing came after G, so that's a mistake on younger junior high me's fault.
I still like Dragon Gundam though. I thought it was. I would. I like that one a lot better than the original Ultron, honestly. Because I think I like the design. It's a really cool design.
The Dragon over Altron?
Hmm.
Yeah,
It's
true,
more.
true.
It's more of an intricate design, I would say.
Yeah. Like, I think that the Altron is a bit of a more militarized look
Hmm.
compared to the Dragon Gundam from G.
True. They were also built for different things. You know, a Dragon
Yeah,
Gundam. It was built for a tournament, and
yeah,
it represents, and you can just see its design. And then you have the Altron, which was built for war.
yeah.
Ooh. Oh my.
What's up?
No, I was pulling these things up on Gundam Wiki, and I found an interesting picture that I've never seen before.
Of?
It's of Dragon Gundam, funny enough, and I'm actually going to send it to you now.
Alrighty. Hmm. Alrighty. So moving on to the last of the Wing Gundam Endless Waltz re-releases coming out is the Tall Geese 3.
Yeah.
Um, I really like the Tall Geese 3. Mostly because of and this is my head canon. This is totally my head canon. But the last surviving piece of the Epion Gundam is the shield and the heat rod.
True. Um,
Yeah.
I always read that when I was reading the backstory, is that they were building it around the same time as the end of the Gundam series, but they couldn't finish it in time because of the heat rod because they were building that separately.
Oh dang.
That's what I read a long time ago.
Hmm. And then going on some more of the Tallgeese series design in general, it's pretty much the same as its two preceding units, but the head sculpts of each one looks very different.
It's very
Um,
Gundamish.
well, more so the Tallgeese 1 and 2 because they have the same mouth plates, but the Tallgeese Unit 1 looked really like a Roman soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then the Tallgeese 2, I kind of got more of a samurai helmet vibe because like the little mohawk was a bit more spiked and all that. But when it got to the Tallgeese 3, the face plate, I always found that to be such a odd design, but because of the fact that it looks a lot like an actual bird's beak.
It does.
Yeah, and then of course the little three-pointed crest or crown, and then the mohawk going the back.
Yeah.
I thought that was very cool. It kind of made me think of like a peacock. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
But
that.
in terms of engineering for these 4 re-releases, I don't really know. They could be just re-releases for the sake of the 25th anniversary of Gundam Wing, as far as I know.
Hmm.
So, yeah. That's as far as I know for Gundam Wing related kits coming out. Um, in terms of any more kits coming out, sadly, I've been keeping up. I've been looking at my emails, but nothing really of too much significance has been put on pre-order coming up. But this upcoming bit we're going to be talking about is the main cream of the crop of this episode.
Mm-hmm.
The newly announced Master Grade Extreme line, and their very first outing will be a new release of the Unicorn Gundam Verka. But from what I understand, it's going to be pretty different, despite it being Unicorn release number 644 and a bunch of other things compared to what fans actually wanted. Because of just like the Master Grade Wing Zero Kotoki, yeah, a lot of fans did not ask for this Gundam to be released. So,
They just did it.
yeah. It's like, all right, because they announced the Master Grade Extreme line first, and then I think it was this past weekend that they just said, all right, guys, you've been wanting to know what's coming out in this line. Here it is. It's another Unicorn kit.
Well, it kind of makes sense considering that it's standing in Japan right now.
True.
I mean, it's standing right there, so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, true.
I've yet to go and pay my respects to that Gundam. I need to do that before I die.
Same. I was just really bummed out I didn't get to see the RX-78 too. But
I am too.
The fact you're making another RX-78 in Japan to look at is just awesome.
That makes me happy.
Yeah.
And plus, besides Gundam statues there, they pretty much have a Evangelion Unit 1 statue in a theme park that's going to be reopening soon. So I'm like, there's 3 mechs I need to see before I die.
Why do we never get the cool stuff, man? It's not fair.
I know. But in my opinion, what the Evangelion statue has over the 2 Gundams that they have out over there is this. You get to sit in the cockpit of Eva Unit 1.
Yep, I'm sold.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, dang, Gundam. Why can't you do that? But, yeah. Man, I've been on a huge Evangelion kick recently. I need to get that real grade Eva Unit 1.
That one sells out so fast. Like, I see when they always announce it, and then boom, sells out.
Cause, man, Evangelion's so popular. Oh, man.
It is true.
Evangelion, though, as much as I love it, I just need to, like, every time I finish one of the movies, I just have to sit down, get a drink, and just process what the heck did I just put myself through psychologically. Oh my god. As much as I think Gundam is pretty depressing, no, Evangelion is depressing.
Yeah, Evangelion, it really is.
Yeah. Like, especially after, man, which movie was it when Shinji's dad forces, like, the dummy system onto Eva Unit 1 and just totally wrecks Asuka, and basically, like, it implies that it ate her. I'm like, oh my god. And then you have, like, the children's, like sing, the little kid singing in the background as, like, it's literally ripping that unit apart, limb from limb, and its guts. I'm just like, this
Oh yeah.
is so disturbing.
Well, that and and the souls of their parents are embedded into the suit, and it's like, wow, okay.
Yeah. Ugh. But anyway, moving from Ava to Gundam. We sidetracked there for a little bit. But this unicorn kit, from the looks of the trailer that they came out for this thing, it looks like it's going to have a transformation as smooth as the real grades, meaning it's going to be a seamless transformation. There will be no parts forming this thing. Yep.
Interesting.
And then moving on with the next point that I have here is the lighting system. So there hasn't been a light up master grade kit for the unicorn only, yeah, the only kit that has a lighting system is the perfect grades. So, from what I understand, because I don't really do any lighting for my kits at all, I find it very hard and tedious to do compared to just building one that doesn't have LEDs or anything to it. Um, the perfect grades are big as it is, and then condensing a wire system to a master grade scale. That seems really pricey, so I think that's the justification for the big price point. Gilbert, you found the price point for this thing. How much was it again?
Um, I think we can probably average it at like 210 American dollars. I'll go back on the chat here. Let's
Yeah.
see. I had seen that it was about like 21,850 Japanese yen. So
Okay.
that roughly goes into $203. So, give or take whatever they'll, subtract or add, but that's going to be probably the average price. So like what I was saying was you're basically paying for the master grade, or I'm sorry, the perfect grades, price, for a master grade size kit. But everything else
Yeah.
that's added, like the little extras, that's what they're trying to try to add on to. I don't have a master grade unicorn yet, and I was almost going to get it, like probably in the fall. I'm still on the fence, if I really want to dish out that much for the kit, or if I just want to, just go for a regular, just unicorn, master
Yeah,
grade.
and then put your own LED system in, huh?
Yeah, they probably won't switch to red and green, but
Yeah.
I, I think that's a cool little gimmick that it has. I do want. I'll be watching the YouTube videos on it. Once I once I start seeing everybody on there. But
Yeah.
I watch a couple builders on YouTube, and one in particular, he said that he's gonna wait on it. So I'll see what everybody says once they start coming out.
True, true. And because the unicorn, it had two other units of the same build and everything, just slightly different parts, like the Banshee and the Phoenix. Do you think they're gonna go with this lighting system for those two?
They're gonna have to. If they don't, they'd be stupid.
It's like,
Seriously,
man, a lot of people like the unicorn triplets. What do we do? Milk more money out of them.
Yeah.
business wise, it makes sense. You have a
Yeah,
suit. It wouldn't make any sense if they didn't. That would just
true.
be asinine.
Yeah.
But do you think that they'll make an actual full new kit, or just the lighting unit itself?
No, I think the lighting unit will be universally switchable. But the thing
Uh-huh.
is, though, if you put the LEDs in a unit, you'd have to take apart the head unit and some other things to make it to put the other units' heads on there. Because even though they share the same head shape and everything, each unicorn Gundam has a different V fin.
That is true.
Yep. And as well as different backpack setups.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Unicorn and Banshee Mark One, meaning the one that Marita had, which had the VN Clone, the BS beam gun. Those are separate parts, but it doesn't. The backpack doesn't change until the Banshee Norn, which had that huge weird. They called it something, but it was supposed to represent a lion's mane, basically. Um, And then the Phoenix, of course, it has the standard unicorn thruster pack, but it had the big, huge armor shields, which had tails. So I think aesthetic wise and, well, the build, of course, they're pretty much universally the same, the unicorn triplets, but their equipment is just different. So I think that they will either make fully separate kit releases of this line, or that will make expansion parts that you will buy separately.
What happened?
Sorry?
What would you say?
I was saying that because of their equipment is just different, I most likely believe that they will make fully separate kits instead of just expansion parts, because why make the expansion parts of the Banshee when you only have the white color of the unicorn? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. I
So
get you.
they're gonna have to build, they're gonna have to engineer and make separate releases for the other two kits of the unicorn triplets.
They're gonna, yeah. But considering how much money they're charging for this thing and what they're and how much time and effort they're putting into this, I can see them doing that. I mean, they're putting. I mean, this probably took some work to
Yeah.
design and a significant investment on their part. So, excuse me. So I think that yeah, I think they'd probably do that. My only thing is that if you start building this thing and you mess up, can you buy replacement parts for this thing? Because
Ooh,
that's a.
No.
I mean, I may not have built anywhere near as much Gundam as you guys have, but I'm pretty sure we've all had those moments where we've been sitting there and then we break something and we're just like, well, shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, I lost a Wing Zero because I butchered one of its arms, and I'm like, well, I have an armless Wing Zero now. Great. So
Yeah, dude. Oh man, I feel sorry for the poor guy building this new like build line and then of the unicorn, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna put this LED system, and then no.
Oh my
Bro,
god, man.
I feel bad for whoever has to deal with that, because like you said, Gil, you found this thing to be like a little over $200, and
Yeah.
oh man, like the most expensive thing will most likely be the lighting system.
I'm looking for. There's a website called I think it's called Hobby Link Japan or something like
Yes.
that. Hobby Link Japan, I believe, has the pre-order already on there. I think.
I think,
And
yeah, P Bandai has it up already, of course.
let's see, P
Hobby Link
Bandai.
Japan. I think USA Gundam Store put the pre-order yet. I don't know if New Type has done anything yet for it though.
No, I haven't seen nothing from them.
Yeah, I'm not. To our listeners, sorry that I'm not typing anything or you hear me typing, because I don't have a laptop in the meantime, so I'm doing this the old way we used to do the show. I'm on my phone.
well, you're making it work. So
Yeah, for now. I made it work for 3 episodes. I guess this will be the 4th one for it.
What is this?
Huh?
There's I don't think this is I looked at P Bandai right now, but this
Okay.
isn't the MGEX. I found a perfect grade 160 unicorn,
Oh wow,
September
they're
delivery.
re-releasing? Oh wow.
Yeah, they're re-releasing, so they're going re-release plus in October. I think is when they're dropping the MGEX.
Oh wow, that's really soon. But do you think they're gonna make that deadline though? Because of still international shipping and distribution is slowed down quite a bit because of the pandemic.
I wonder if they've put that into into the plan
Consideration.
for yeah. Which
Well,
I'm still waiting for my RG Impulse. Yeah,
Dude, really?
I'm gonna call him this week. That's it. I'm kind of done waiting. I think I've
Yeah.
been patient
I
long
was at
enough.
the mall this past weekend. I
Don't
hit
tell
up
me you
that
saw it.
Tokyo. No. I was just looking at that Tokyo lifestyle store that you see
Uh-huh.
around, and
Yeah.
I have these 3 Dragon Ball Super Pops on pre-order, and I still haven't gotten them in. And I found the 3 at that store, so I'm like, geez, I'm gonna have to cancel this pre-order and come back here. So yeah, I think like online retailers are just really slow at the moment on getting their stuff in stock.
Yeah.
So Oh.
Here we go. The Big Bag Toy Store. Big Bag Toy Store has pre-order. They're
Okay.
saying September of 2020. I would say October, but they're saying the MSRP is going to be 250, and then it's a safe 12% at 219.99.
I have bills.
I know.
Yeah.
I have bills.
Yeah, that's why I'm so like delaying on buying the Pearl Gloss Wing Zero Perfect Grade, because like that thing's $300. I have bills to pay, man.
So, Jesus, that's my car payment. God.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, dude, that's my car payment. I'm just like, oh man, what just happened? Oh, my phone fell.
I mean, like, I know we all have like financial responsibilities, and not to take away from this kit, you know, because the kit itself is really like the way that it's engineered. It's sweet. I mean, because you got the additional shields that are also light up when they make connection to its own little stand. You know, it's just the price tag. You know, like we all have bills. You know, so that's the only thing that's setting me back.
Yeah. And people are still gonna buy this regardless.
Oh, people are gonna buy it. People probably have 5 unicorns, and they're still gonna buy this next unicorn. You know, so people will buy it.
I need a sugar mama.
I know.
Me too.
Hell, I'll take a sugar daddy at this point.
I won't.
It fills my Gundam addiction.
Oh man, like let's see. Oh, like what you said, Gilbert, with the 5 unicorns. Like, yeah, those guys are the 5 unicorns. I say as I have multiple wing zeros.
Yeah, there's your example right there.
I'm a bad example, kids.
Like, terrible example.
That's like me having multiple Green Ranger figures.
Yeah.
But let's say that, you know, because you're not an LED enthusiast either. So even if they came out with, you know, the Verka wing, you know, you even said, no, I don't think so. And that's not even close to this price point.
Oh, heck no. Looking at the MSRP for the Wing Zero Verka and this new Master Grade EX Verka, I'm like, that's $100 and some more than the Wing Zero.
Yep.
Like,
well, you have to ask yourself.
Like, they haven't even put out like a trailer advertising that Wing Zero yet. It's just still that purple and white.
The drawing.
Yeah. So it's like, what are fans expecting? Are they gonna get their money's worth of this 2.0 or just get ripped off? You know.
Well, you have to ask yourself, do you really need your car?
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure someone has really asked themselves that question. I want this Gundam, but my car payment. Do I really need this car? I mean, I have legs. I can walk.
Like, you could walk if you work like 5-10 minutes from your house. But if you don't, you're gonna need a car. Yeah, especially now in this trying time.
Yeah, you know, because, you know.
Like, yeah, sure, you could have interviews on your phone or Zoom, but if you get the job you're looking for, how are you gonna get to work?
It's a valid point. It's a very valid point.
Yep. Let's see. Okay, I have a fun question really quick.
Uh-oh.
Growing up, watching Gundam, who was your waifu from Gundam?
Wow.
I don't think I had one. Because I didn't start really watching it again until just recently, so I didn't really have one.
God. I think I had a tiny crush on Noin for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's a good choice.
You know, but the truth is that if going way deeper than I probably should, the first ever anime character I ever had a crush on It was Sailor Pluto, actually.
Huh.
Sailor Pluto.
Yeah, it was Sailor Pluto from Sailor Moon.
Which
Yep,
color was her outfit again? I don't really remember Sailor Moon except for the color of the outfits.
hers was a dark green. One. She's the one with who had the rod, the garnet rod.
My memory of Sailor Moon's hazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, people.
I'm sorry. It's a series I only watched once and never again.
I think a Sailor Pluto is purple, but I'm not. I could
I thought it
be
was
very
blue.
wrong.
No, because I think Saturn's purple or black. She's well. Let's see. Let me look it up.
I like Sailor Mars.
Wait.
Sailor Mars is red.
Well,
Easy.
okay. Hers is more. It looks from the picture I'm looking at. It looks more navy.
Oh, okay, so the blue one.
Her hair is greenish.
Okay.
Yeah, Saturn's purple, and she's more green, like a dark navy kind of sort of. Her hair is green.
Okay. I didn't have a Gundam waifu until G Gundam, I think. Because, like, who would actually like Raylina? Let's be honest, who? Who in their right mind would?
I know some people who do. So, if that's the case, Marvin, then who was it? Was it Rain or Allenby?
It was for sure Allenby.
Of course.
It was the tomboyish personality that got to me. I was like, dang, she's really spunky. That's cute.
I can see that. She was cute.
Yeah. And then, I think in high school, it was straight up Luna. Yeah. It was Luna. Like, I kept switching off from Luna to Mir when I was watching Seed. I didn't like anybody from Gundam Seed, though.
Me neither.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're supposed to like Flay, but with how snarky and bitchy she was, like, I don't like this girl. I hope she dies. Oh, she died.
Yeah, she did.
I was hoping the same thing.
I think everybody who watched Seed was hoping that, and then we all clapped.
I like when they follow through with those plans.
Oh, yeah, she's gonna die. She's gonna get it, and then she gets blown up. It's like, oh crap!
Gets
Wow.
blown up bad.
It's like, oh yay! I saved you. You saved me, Kira. Nope.
Funnels. Oh man. But and then college. So now it's Marita.
I can see that.
Because looking back now, it's like, well, I can't like the other characters I liked before. So,
Understand.
it was fine growing up with Luna being a wife because still around the same age, so it was fine. But now I can't go back. It's like, oop. But let's see. Back to this unicorn. Edwin, I know you have the full armor unicorn, right? Do you have any other of the variants of it, like standard unicorn or banshee?
Jeez, I haven't looked into that in a while. I may have picked up the banshee. I have
Regular or Norn?
No, I don't think I did. No, I don't have it. No, I just picked up the unicorn. I don't think I ever picked up a banshee, honestly. Actually, let me go look at my let me check my Facebook and look at my photos. I might actually have it because all that stuff is out there and in boxes. So let us see. Stand by. I will get you that answer in a second.
Alrighty. Gilbert, you said you never built a unicorn kit before?
No, and it's totally sucks because I was about to start ordering everything, and there's this stand on New Type that's specifically for the 1 to 100 unicorn. And I was like, oh, I want to get it. It's cool. It's white and it has like the unicorn logo on it and it has like red writing. I was like, perfect. Sold out. I was like, I can't believe this. I can't believe it. It's cheap too. It's $10 on New Type,
wow.
But if you go like on eBay, you're looking at like about $20 or so, and then plus some of them are charging you shipping. So, and that's on the low ball end. You know, if you start looking more like on the Japanese, you know, sellers on eBay, they're asking for $25 just for shipping.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep on holding. When that thing comes in, then that's when I'll probably get it.
Here it is.
Cool. I had built a couple Unicorn Banshee kits when Unicorn was still ongoing in the early 2010s. And I just gotta say this, they are the most repetitious kits out there, and not in a fun way. Especially because the high grade kits did not transform. So I bought the regular Banshee Norn and the destroy mode Banshee Norn, as well as the Banshee when it did not have the Norn equipment. So it kind of sucked. I'm not gonna lie, and they were not undergated well. Like the whole kits were not like, let's see, kits that were not, the part areas that were not undergated, the ratio, let's say it was 60 to 40% parts were 40% parts were not undergated. 60%, no, sorry, I have the ratio wrong. 60% of the parts for the high grade Unicorn Banshee and the Banshee Norn, 60% was not undergated, 40% was. So the 60%, you would see nub marks everywhere. So, and it was and again, it was a dark blue kit, and with nubs, it turns out to be like a light bluish white you'd be seeing.
Nice. For the
Very
life of
spotty.
me, I can't find this damn folder. But I'm just gonna go with no.
Aw,
'Cause
darn.
I can't find my mobile uploads folder, which on Facebook, which is odd.
That's weird.
Oh, it's there. It's technology. It's being
Somewhere.
stupid. Yeah, because I found an old picture of my collection, but that was in 2012, and I know I definitely updated it since then, so it's not accurate. Maybe it's on my phone.
Did you guys ever see a guy named Odin Makes on YouTube?
Negative.
No, I never heard of the guy.
He does a lot of props and stuff, a lot of foam building
Odin
also.
Makes.
Odin Makes, yeah.
Yeah, what's
Odin
up?
Makes made a whole RX-78 suit.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
I've seen a couple of the videos, like he does it in parts. He's done like
Wow.
the legs and then the arms, and I think the first part that he did was the head. I think it's all complete now because I'm on Instagram and I'm watching him put the head on the cosplayer. So
wow.
he looks pretty clean though, man. I really like it.
That's cool. So, let's see. Dang, I need to look this up because that sounds really cool.
It does.
An RX-70. I know I've seen a couple of RX-78 cosplays in my convention going life.
I've seen quite a few.
Yeah, I've seen the pictures of this guy's of Odin Makes his Gundam suit on Instagram. I've seen it. That suit looks like a really, really big real grade of the RX-78, and that the detail is just amazing.
Sweet Jesus!
Oh, you're seeing it now, Edwin?
Yes. Oh my! Oh, and he can actually move in the thing.
Yeah, he can move.
Oh, we need to find out where he lives.
I'll be sure to include photos of this thing in the YouTube slideshow.
And he has the freaking Darksaber from Star Wars, really?
Well, maybe he didn't build any beam sabers.
And he has the Soul Calibur.
Yeah, I saw that, the Soul Edge. I'm like, okay, he made Soul Edge. That is freaking cool.
I'm gonna have to find him and jack his suit. This is
I need to find him and take that Soul Edge.
My God, how? I have to. Wow.
We gotta top this, guys. When you meet Brian Drummond, we gotta top him with that Tall Geese cosplay for Edwin.
I mean, the only thing he doesn't have is
The beam
the
saber and shield.
yeah, yeah, and the beam rifle for that matter.
True. And the Gundam hammer.
I don't want a Gundam suit. This is not fair. I'm human too.
Man, as much as I want to build a Gundam cosplay for the actual mech, just the time it takes.
I have no skill in making cosplay. I every cosplay idea I have, I just have to throw money at it.
I don't think I would be able to do a whole suit. I would just get lost in the detail, and I'd end up with just like a forearm, and that's it.
I have a really bad thing with symmetry when it comes to making my cosplays, especially if it's like armor. Like, I make one side, it's nice and fine. Like, if I make a pauldron for the right shoulder, it's fine. But if I make a left one or vice versa, it's like, it's off. I'm like, and then I just rage quit. I'm like, nope, the symmetry is off. Forget this. And that's I only rage quit when I'm only like 30% done. If I'm like 99.5% done with something and the last thing is asymmetrical, I'll keep it. I will keep it that way. But if I'm screwing up a lot early on, I will just rage quit.
I can kind of understand that.
What?
I can understand that.
Yeah.
When you're really getting to something, you're like, this is not right. Screw it. I'm leaving.
Yeah, so when we all collab together and make Edwin's Tall Geese cosplay, you guys need to hold me back when I say I'm done. No, we're gonna make this happen, regardless if it's asymmetrical or not.
So we're actually doing this.
Yes.
Sweet. Oh God.
I mean, that would be great. Dude, like, we're gonna make this for you, dude, and then Brian Jones is gonna sign it. You'll have his autograph on the shield.
I can live with that.
Yep.
I can definitely live with that.
So, we're gonna try to get a Gundam Wing cosplay group for this signing by Brian Drummond.
That would definitely take some time and some doing.
Yeah, I know a friend of mine and her significant other are Raylina and Duo cosplayers. So there's that, and then there's me as Hiro. So yeah,
Just threaten to kill people all day, and there you go.
yeah, and tear up birthday invites.
This is true.
Yep. Yeah. Let's see. Man, I always wondered because for a Troa cosplay, how far out there does his bangs have to be with a wig? Is it supposed to be going straight down or project outward a few feet?
I think it has to project out and then down a little bit. Kind of like what is it? Flock of seagulls.
Wait, what?
Like flock of seagulls.
Oh god.
The 80s band.
Yeah, I know. Oh jeez. Oh man. Let's see. I think that covers majority of the notes I had just pulled out of my butt right now for this week's episode.
That's a wonderful vision. Thank you all. Thank you so much for that. It's a great mental image for myself and the viewers. That's beautiful.
Oh man. But long story short, 4 new Wing Zeroes, Wing Gundam Endless Waltz re-releases, a master grade that half the people are surprised at and half Gundam fans just don't want it. And it's gonna be pricier than most master grade kits. I think from what I've seen, excluding P Bandai kits, because P Bandai there's always going to be a markup because of the exclusivity. But just from reading all the info on this new line of Gundam kits, the Master Grade Extreme line is going to be a bit pricier, and it's definitely going to be on a mass market release. So, yeah, there's that. And that much money for a mass release item kind of seems unjustifiable.
Fair enough. Well, I found the picture I was looking for, and I do have a Banshee.
Yay!
Yes, it's there.
Would you like me to build it for you, Edwin?
As far as I'm concerned, you can build every Gundam I freaking have. That's a lot of Gundam. You know what? Let me count.
I won't be able to see the light of day for months.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26,
Just keep that full armor unicorn away from me.
32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 39, 40, 42, 24, 45, 46, 50. Jesus. 51, 52, 54, 55.
What's the grand total?
67.
Oh my god.
Yep, that's not counting the action figures, but yes, I have 67 mobile suits.
Okay, so
they're just runners.
Excluding the figures, that should be less than 50. I'm assuming.
No, that's 67 model kits.
Oh damn.
Yeah. And everything is master grade above.
Wow. Just keep the perfect grade unicorn away from me. I'm already like having nightmares already just thinking of building that thing.
Yeah, I opened it up. I was like, I'm gonna build it. I opened it up and I was like, nope. It's like, nope. I opened it up. I was like,
opened Pandora's box and just closed it back.
Yeah, I opened it up. I looked at the instructions. I was like, yeah, this is great. Yep, back in the box you go. Yep. I was like, nope. This is when Edwin, pays someone to build his stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure that's sacrilege. Someone's going to say, it's sacrilege.
No, I'm sure people have done that before. I'm sure. And I'm sure, like, I've seen on eBay some guy, like, charges a crap ton of money to build kits and fully detail them and everything.
Well, I'm pretty sure people do that, but who really admits it? No one.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are like, no, you shouldn't do that. But deep down inside, they're like, I've done it. So.
I can just imagine someone who does that and they have like walls and walls of extravagantly done model kits. And they're like, oh yes, this is my perfect grade unicorn, fully decked out and painted and weathered. And then their friend is like, no, dude, I know in your whole life you're too lazy to do this crap. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be happy to build that Banshee kit, dude. I'll be fine with it. Yeah.
I will consider that. However, if I let you build it, you have to give it back.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. I will.
No, you won't.
Yes, I will.
No, you won't. I can already hear it in your voice.
Freedom. I'm gonna hate it.
I can hear it in your voice. You're like, I'm gonna build it, and then I'm gonna move to like Thailand or Asia, and he'll never see me again. But I'll have the unicorn.
No. I've done commission work, and I've been pretty good with it. Let's see. Yeah, just don't make me build a Strike Freedom. Otherwise, I'm gonna do a crap job at it on purpose.
Yeah.
How's that Zaku build, Gilbert?
Which one? I haven't gotten a Zaku. My the only one that I did was just for my son made it.
Whoa.
But I've been just holding out until possibly the fall. That might be when we're gonna get that Red Comet version, the Origin one again, in stock. So if I see that, then
I thought you were gonna get that first grade Zaku.
I have that one. I want to. I'm planning something special with that. It's a surprise, but I don't know how I want to paint it yet. So I'm trying to design something really cool with it. So, but maybe I might have to get an airbrush to do what I'm picturing. But we'll see. But yeah, he's chilling in the box.
Cool. Oh, speaking of builds that we recently did, so on Father's Day, my dad and we built the Kaiser kit.
Mhm.
Oh boy, that was a tedious build for a high grade. And I was surprised at how tall this thing was. It was even taller than my real grade new Gundam. I'm like, dang. I just had my dad work on the biggest parts of the kit, the wings as well as the legs and feet. Dang, but building the headpiece alone was I had to get my I was wearing my contact lenses, yeah, but I felt like I needed to grab a magnifying glass just to put the headpiece together.
Wow.
Yeah. You know Gilbert knows the how tiny the headpieces are for the Mazinger kit.
I mean, the real grade's even smaller. But I feel like I need new glasses soon because I'm losing vision here.
Oh no. And then oh man, I never had a painful model kit build, a physically painful model kit building experience, but the Wing Zero Snow White from Supernova, I was having such a hard time putting polycaps into the parts because like how stiff the plastic is for the polycap. What? What the? Gilbert had left. What happened?
Huh? What happened?
Edwin, you there?
I'm here.
Okay. Oh, Gilbert, what happened, dude?
Hold on.
Technical difficulty.
Yeah, I got kicked off. I'm back.
That's weird. But yeah, what I was saying about the Wing Zero Snow White, the polycap, the plastic that they use for the polycaps, it wasn't exactly rubber compared to the ones from Bandai. They were like really hard plastic. So I was like trying not to break the actual armor parts while putting the polycaps in. And because of the fact that I did paint the inner frame to be that chrome silver, it was even more tough to move them like for the articulation. I was like, oh god, I am afraid of breaking the inner frame.
I know that feeling.
So that was a thing. Oh, and another thing that I skipped out on doing for that Wing Zero Snow White is that for the inner frame parts that hold the ball joints together and connect the pieces, those needed screws. They would not stay in the screw holes no matter how much I tightened them. So I opted to remove the screws and just super glue the where the screw holes and the plates were gonna go, just to hold them in place.
Yeah.
Makes
So
sense.
I don't yeah, it just wouldn't be loose and pieces falling all over the place. The feathers are able to open and the feathers are able to move around. It's just that the some parts of the wings do not separate. So yeah, there's that. I guess that's what I get for buying a third-party kit. Like, oh, you want something cool and not officially for sale yet? Here, you get these problems. So there's that.
I've had a few times when I've, back in the past when I built suits and I was putting some of the stuff together and I was trying to get a piece in there and I'm like, why does this not fit? It's not the right size. and I have to be real careful how I get the piece in, because if it breaks, then I'm screwed.
Yeah.
Ugh. I think that happened to me one time with a. Oh man, I think it was a 00 kit that I got in high school from an ex of mine. But yeah, I think I broke a part of it that was very vital. I'm like, ah, crap. Ah, there's my phone again.
Why do you keep dropping your phone?
It gets the balancing on my tripod that I'm using.
Your tripod is cheap and should be, removed.
Yeah, true. But yeah, there's that. Oh, got anything new in Crossrays, Edwin?
I haven't played in a couple of days. So far, I mean, I did effectively finally got my Hydra Gundam up and running, and
Nice.
it's rigged. It's not,
I mean, it's
it's
the Hydra Gundam.
seriously, it ain't right. No, right now I'm just kind of playing around with trying to get certain teams together.
Cool.
I
What do you
finished.
think of its transformation, by the way?
It's interesting. It goes from, I'm like, oh, you just went from wing to 0080, from 0079 looking like a Zaku. And then it just
Looks
starts
more
to.
than just a Zaku. It looks like a Zeong.
True. Yeah, you're right. Why am I saying Zaku? I don't know. But yeah, just the beating, it moves like Zeong too, considering where the verniers are. So it's just like, oh, the beating it gives people, it's just not right. But the cool thing about the game is that if you get the right suits that can help each other out, then you can do some pretty deadly stuff. I think right now one of the things I was trying to figure out what suits would work best together in their turn orders, and I was playing around, and I think I had Wing Zero, the Virtue, and I threw Zabanya in there, and that was violent,
I
and
mean,
worked.
those guys, those three suits are like big, giant blasts and guns everywhere type of suits. So
This is true, and but actually, the best combo that I have right now, when I fight with them, if they're like lined up in the right position, is actually Heavy Arms custom, the Justice, and your favorite, the Strike Freedom. Uh, yeah, yeah, I
I
think I
think
just
it just
killed
had
him.
a stroke right now.
That's okay. You'll live. You're young. You're strong. You'll figure it out. But yeah, it's a great combination. I mean, Strike Freedom, and I have to say, it is actually the strongest suit I have right now. It
Why am
really
I
is.
not surprised? Why am
Well,
I not surprised?
it's not even just in terms of just it's combat capability, but in terms of level and uh, you know, how many points I put into it, upgrading it with my other suits. It's just the strongest suit I have. It's just up there, and it's just
Oh wow.
it ain't right. I mean, this thing, the way that it's built and the way that I modified it, the damn thing can tank everything. Like, I don't even need to put an entire team in there. You can just go in there and kill everything because
Dang, dude.
they can't hit it because of its evasion. If they do hit it, does practically no damage because of its defense, and its offense it ain't right. It's But yeah, you can like make things that are truly overpowered in that game. Like right now, it's the Strike Freedom, Heavy Arms, and the Epion is the number 3.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, they're if you get those suits strong enough, I mean, you can tank battleships, and it's pretty wild what you can really do with that game. Problem is that because it's not an older game, but because it's a port, trying to get some of the downloadable material is difficult because the requirement is that you have to have a PS4 or a PSN account from
Japanese account?
no, not even a Japanese account, like an Asian account or something like that.
Oh, the region. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like the Philippines or Thailand or something like that. But you have to have that has to be your base account because when you go through the gallery, it does have the galleries for Gundam, Gundam X, and a few others, but they're not in the game. They're downloadable, so you have to do that. And then you
Oh,
have the version that everyone talks about, which is on Steam, and I think there you can download everything because everyone has that. Every computer, everyone has Steam, so you can download all the upgrades. But
wow.
aside from that, it's kind of hard to get everything. So I guess that's the thing about getting a port. I mean, everything's in English except the dialogue. But yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out. But overall, it's a really good game. I wish there were a lot more cutscenes, but it's a really good game.
Yeah, I'm having that problem too with my copy of Gundam Extreme versus Full Boost G Sound Edition. And the G Sound Edition, it pretty much like allows you to have a more complete uh, stage and battle music.
Hmm.
Like I have the code, but the thing is though, I can't read the advertisement to like know where to enter the code into. I'm sure it's a PSN thing, but like you said, it has to be like I think an Asian PSN account or something, or uh, your PS3 would have to be in that region somehow.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh great, I can't have rhythm emotion playing while I'm playing as anything going on. Like yeah, I have white reflection, but I want rhythm emotion though and last impression. But yeah, um, so and also in the in-game store, you're able to like get different things, and I tried to check it out, and then in English, the prompt says there are no purchases at this time. I'm like, no, I have the in-game currency. Why can't I get this?
Oh, that's depressing.
It is. Like I think they even have these like characters that talk to you while you're going through the menu. I was like, ooh, okay, I want to get Raylene of Peacecraft. Who else? I want to get um, Sumeragi from Double O. I want to get Noin. What? Oh, I can't get them. Dang it. So,
Yeah.
but anyways, on that though, since we're talking about the video games, are you excited for a English port of Gundam Extreme versus Maxi Boost coming out to PS4?
That makes me happy.
I'm like, why are we getting these Gundam versus games so much later than they are? Because I
Uh,
think a couple years ago we did get a Gundam versus, and it was just a port, an English port of Extreme versus Full Boost,
yeah, it was.
which was
Uh,
disappointing.
True. Well, I'm just happy we're getting it. I mean, honestly, without having to
True, true.
jump through hoops to try to get it. And I mean, it's always happened where we get things much later than the Japanese do, so I'm used to it.
Do you think that they will be including the actual music from the series? Because what I've played at a friend's house, he had Gundam Versus, the most recent port on PS4. I think that was from like I think 2018, and the music was not anything from any of the scores or theme songs from the shows,
That's
and that was
odd.
very disappointing. It was like very generic anime fight music background stuff.
That makes me sad.
Yeah, I mean it's like I was playing as and the thing that sucks, um, a lot of the Gundams that were included already by just having Gundam Extreme Versus, the regular one and the full boost version, half the Gundams there were DLC in the English port.
Really?
Yep. Like example, the first two Gundams that were DLC was God and Master Gundam. You'd think those would be standard, but no. America has to make it DLC for some reason.
Well, as the Jim Hadar from Star Trek would say, it is the order of things.
True, true.
Sadly.
Do you think that they would have the actual music in the upcoming Maxi Boost, though?
You think, but these days it's just you just gotta hold your breath and wait and see
Yeah.
if they do it right. I mean, when it comes to stuff I like for example, I ran across a really awesome trailer today. It was Netflix doing War for Cybertron. Uh,
I've
and
been waiting for that thing.
and the trailer looked great. The it's gonna be out I think on June 30th, and I'm a huge Transformers fan, so I'm like, oh,
Same.
this looks awesome. But in the back of but there's one thing about it that got me. Peter Cullen
What?
is not voicing Optimus Prime.
Oh, I know.
I didn't know
Like,
that.
Yeah, he's not
yeah,
voicing
Peter
Optimus
Cullen
Prime.
did voice the previous trilogy that they did. It used to be exclusively on YouTube, but then they switched to some other platform for the later episodes.
Yeah.
I think the first two seasons of the Prime Wars trilogy, which was a very good series, by the way, regardless of Peter Cullen not voicing Prime until season 3.
Oh yeah.
But it was a really good series. I really did like the animation and the designs of the bots. They were all closely similar to G1.
Mhm.
But the thing is, though, the animation's frame rate was very slow. Like, it was very, like, I don't know, something was just slow about it. I think it was just the frame rate that they had to deal with.
Maybe
But
so.
yeah, the Prime Wars trilogy of Transformers, if you get a chance to check it out, it should be readily available on YouTube somehow.
I think I saw it before. Maybe I did. I don't know. Let me look it up real quick. Let's see here. Prime Wars. Oh, Prime Wars
Yeah.
trilogy. There it is.
Mhm. And fun
Oh,
fact,
this. Yes, I think
did
I
you
saw
watch
the
it, Edwin?
first. Yes, I think I saw the first season because it takes place like because I think it opened up and you had like Starscream was with Rodimus
Yeah.
and or something like that. Yeah, and I think didn't Jason David Frank voice somebody in this too?
Yeah, and Mikey Way of My Chemical Romance voiced one of the Dinobots, which was really cool.
Yeah, because I remember there was this one cool scene when Optimus and Megatron were actually fighting. Because Megatron was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go away now," and Prime was like, "Megatron, we need you," and he was like, "No."
Oh yeah, that was I think leading up to the end of season 2 of it, and then season 3, The Fallen comes back, voiced by Mark Hamill.
That man is an awesome person.
There
I'm
he
gonna.
is. I can't. Please, Mark Hamill, if you somehow hear this, please come to Star Wars Celebration 2022. I need your autograph.
Well,
I
I think that
I
now I
will
have something
pay
to
it
watch.
whatever your charging price is.
There's Transformers Combiner Wars, Transformers Titans Return.
Oh yeah, Combiner Wars was season 1. Titans Return was season 2. Power of the Primes was season 3.
Ah, well, now I have
Yeah.
something to watch now. Thank you, Marvin. I have something to watch now.
You're welcome. And also, Edwin,
Yes.
just a little spoiler,
Uh,
Megatron has 2 transformations.
well,
The typical tank as the modern days of Megatron are, and just an even bigger transformation is his gun. It's not a teeny little pea shoot anymore. It's a big, giant beam rifle.
well, that works. I mean, in the original Transformers movie, when he was Galvatron, he turned into a cannon.
Turret.
So, yeah, so
Basically a
it makes
turret.
sense. As long as he turns into a gun, I'm okay.
You hear that, Hasbro and Takara? Make Megatron gun again.
Seriously, it's what he was. He turned into a gun and he was just one-shotting everybody. It was
I
great.
know. Like, I will never forget. Like, I didn't grow up during the time of the G1, but thanks to my dad, I got to experience G1 growing up. So, he had the VHS of the '86 movie, and just that opening. I think that was the first thing I ever saw of Transformers G1 was the movie, and that opening scene when Megatron and the Decepticons just wreck the Autobots in that ship. I'm like, dang. This is so cool. He turns into a gun.
Yeah, and it's you watch it now and it's all retro, but it holds up. It really
Yeah.
does hold up. After all these years, and you just watch it, you're just like, I don't care how old this is. This is just awesome.
And like it was pretty violent for an 80s cartoon movie, and it's not like over the top violence compared to the CGI new ones today. It's like it was violent, but it had like a class to it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were taking shots to the chest and dying.
Yeah.
and I mean, Prime and Megatron, they literally ripped each other apart.
Oh man.
I mean,
Like,
they that wasn't a fight, that was a brawl. They beat the crap out of each other and ripped each other apart piece by piece. It was gorgeous.
how do you feel, mighty Megatron? Oh
Yeah,
man, freaking Starscream.
that's what it was.
But
And then
then
he,
he kicks him. Once he kicks him, he goes.
Yeah, he kicked them.
Runs.
and then he's like, "Yeah, we don't need you anymore." And he just opens the door of Astro Train and just dumps him out into space. It's like, wow.
Oh, speaking of that guy, I wish there was Astro Train in the live action movies. I wish there was. I
He'd be
mean,
pretty
just how
big.
cool would it be to see like a train all of a sudden turn into a rocket ship?
They would.
And not just any train, not a modern train. I want to see a steam train turn into a rocket.
Well, after seeing what got me was on that note was after Bumblebee came out and you saw how they animated the war for Cybertron. And
Yes.
I thought, honestly, I would put those scenes up against anything that Michael Bay did.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
because
first
it was
30 seconds.
it was perfect. It was that made the whole movie for me. Like I'm just like,
Exactly.
and I'm
And
like,
you could
oh
tell who was who.
yeah, it was perfect. I mean, and I was like, damn Bumblebee, this is great. I mean, if they were to take that 30 seconds because they messed up because it proves they can do it if they wanted to.
Mhm.
And if they were to say, "Oh, we're going to do a Transformers movie animated like this," do you have any idea how much freaking money they'd make?
Oh my god, they would be swimming in trillions on opening night.
Seriously, and you just say, "Oh, this is a retelling of we're going to retell the Cybertronian Wars," and and there's so many versions of it. You just say, "Oh, we're going to retell this story, but it's going to look like this." It's going to be like, you know what? I'm sold.
Make
I would
that
pay to
a
watch this.
trilogy in itself.
Seriously. And if you make it look, and the thing that people need to understand is that when it comes to Transformers and Gundam, the story is important, yes, but you're dealing with giant robots and stuff. It's all about the look. If you can't nail the look, you're going to lose your audience because
Exactly.
it's especially with technology now, you don't have an excuse for jacking something up. Back in the day, early CG, I mean, for example, look at Beast Wars. Perfect good example of early CG. Now, was it an awesome show? Yes, the hell it was. Was it an awesome story? Yes, the hell it was. Did it look good? Depends on the episode, but it does kind of. Season 3 kind of holds up a little bit better, but it does kind of hold up, and it's nostalgic and it's cool. Then CG gets better. You got Beast Wars, and then from the same company, you had Reboot, and then you just kind of keep going up from there with CGI, and then you got anime. So then you get something like Star Wars, Clone Wars. And which is, then Rebels, and you get the pinnacle. You're like, okay, you guys can do this if you want to. Stop. And, it's like, stop listening to stupid people and just say, if fans say, do it like this, we will watch it and give you our money. Do it.
Mm-hmm.
And even if it's like, I don't know what Transformers is, but even if you don't know what Transformers is and you just look at the design, you're like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but this looks awesome. Because that's
Looking at you, Power Rangers reboot movie from Lionsgate. Your
They could have
suits are
made
great, but when you made the Megazord, it looked awful.
Jesus Christ! Don't get me started on that.
I praised that movie when it first came out, but then the thing is, I was blinded by my nostalgia.
I kind of was too, but I left it open. I'm like, okay, see, it's going to be new. And I mean, the opening scene, I'm like, I can get with this. I like this. I like how they're doing it. It's good. And then they're like, oh, the Zeo crystal. And I'm like, uh-huh.
That
Okay.
was
I
legit sequel build up.
seriously, like I'll give that one to you. And how it was, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of like how they did it. You had Zordon. People are like, that's not Zordon. I'm like, not necessarily. If you really look at who Zordon is and what he was doing, it kind of makes sense. I mean, he's been, I mean, literally, they don't really go into backstory about what they were doing, but he gets betrayed by literally
Rita.
his teammate. And she's like, oh, I'm taking over the world and the universe and da da da. And he literally gets gets blown up.
Yep.
And he's like, he has like PTSD or something.
Pretty much, yeah. Wartime PTSD from what I recall of that movie.
Pretty much. I mean, even the original Power Rangers thing, they're like, yeah, I've been fighting Rita for 10,000 years. It's like, don't you think you might feel some kind of way about that, man?
Yeah.
I mean, you trapped her in a dumpster. She trapped you in another dimension. I mean, it literally it was a stalemate because you both trapped each other somewhere, and it's like, oh, okay. So it can be done if done properly. And I know we just kind of jumped from Gundam to Transformers to Power Rangers, but
it all involves mechs.
This is true. And on the same note, it's like if you animate something beautifully, you can sometimes get away with a subpar story. You shouldn't, but sometimes you can.
Pikachu. It was animated very well. The story was kind of but that saved it. Animation saved it.
I thought it was pretty solid. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I recently finally saw Sonic.
Yay! What did you think of it?
I thought it was good. I thought I remember
super generic.
Yeah,
but I think that's what it was going for.
Yeah, it was basic, and it kind of felt like it was more of they're like, all right, we want to do Sonic, and I respect the hell out of the movie company for saying, okay, we messed up, let me fix this. I respect the hell out of them for that, because a lot of companies would be like, oh, this is a reimagining and we're just going to put the movie out. No, they said, I mean, they got that trailer out. Here's our trailer. And the trailer was a good trailer. Sonic looked like
nightmare.
An abomination. Seriously, it was a fucking abomination. And I was like, okay, this is garbage. And they're just like, ooh, yeah, they hate this. Let's
everybody across the board hated it. Even some people that some old friends of mine from the place I used to work at, when I showed them the trailer, I was like, that looks horrible. And it's like, they have the most faintest idea about Sonic. They know about him, but they're not fans. And then when they saw that, they're like, okay, that looks nothing like what you just showed me about what he should look like.
And even Sega and Sonic's creator was just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
No. And so they and I mean, and the thing about Sonic is that it's not, oh, nobody knows who Sonic is. No. Everybody. People may not know what a Gundam is, but everybody knows who Sonic is.
Yeah, that's like saying no one knows who Pikachu is.
Exactly, meaning you can't mess with that, because they're like, oh, this is for the new fans. They're really, I mean, they're new fans, yeah, but the whole planet knows who Sonic is. You can't mess with him, and they learned, and they fixed it, and I think the character design was good. They did a great job. Here's what we did. I'm just like, thank Christ.
So that goes to show that studios really need to start listening to fans,
especially when they're doing, comic books and video game movies, because you do a video game movie, you can't say this is for new people. No, it's not. You don't do a video game movie, that's not geared towards the fans, because that's where you're going to make your money. And through those and through those fans, they will then bring the new people saying, hey, this is great. Come watch this. This is awesome. Then the new people are like, oh, this was great. What is this? I would like to know more. And then there you go.
I wish I could say the same for Assassin's Creed.
I never really got into that. Don't get me wrong, good games. But I never quite.
Don't bother watching the movie.
I never. Well, I never really got into the games too much. They were good, but I've watched the playthroughs. So because I never really played the games, my interest in the movie was kind of meh.
I
But I
I
did
think
hear
that
good
was
things about.
I think that was the most recent and last movie that I had walked out of and gotten my money back.
Jesus Christ. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, you would think I would have walked out of Batman v Superman. No, I walked out of Assassin's Creed.
I
Because
almost
that's how
walked out
much
of
I love
Spider-Man 3.
Assassin's Creed.
What movie? I walked out of a Transformers movie actually,
Oh, I wanted to.
and I don't remember which one it was
I think
because
it was.
after the first one, they were all garbage.
No, the third one was pretty okay. But that's
Um,
when I stopped.
yeah, I was it.
I'm gonna
No,
guess.
I don't
I'm gonna
remember.
give it a guess.
Go right ahead. I can't remember what's in this Dark of the Moon or Return of the Fallen. I don't know.
The
I
second
don't
one's Fallen.
It was
Yeah.
the newest one, Extinction.
Oh, the fourth
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I walked out of Extinction. I was like, yep, nope, I'm good, I'm done.
I'm glad I caught that on TV.
Yeah, well,
I was like, okay, I might as well check out how bad this is. It's like, you know what? I'm at home. I'll just sit through this and have it as background noise.
that's all it is noise.
Yep. God.
But like I said, as long as if companies can just take these series and just say, hey, we're gonna make this movie based off of this anime, based off of this video game. You look at the source material and it's like you can take the story and kind of tweak it a little bit, but for whatever you want to do. But if you
Oh,
need to
no, no,
nail
no, no, no. Oh, God. Oh, God. I just remembered. Since
breathe
you
some
brought it back
breathe.
to anime, I walked out of Ghost in the Shell.
I didn't even bother with that one. I couldn't.
Like, everything else around Scarlett Johansson looked phenomenal, except for her. Because with that hair, like, she rocks Black Widow's red hair really great, but with the short black hair, no, it wasn't black. It was like dark purple, almost black. It just looked so off on her. And her wearing like the Makoto's outfits, I'm like, this just doesn't look right. I don't know.
I watched Ghost in the Shell on the anime, which was funny enough, one of the first animes that it had CG in it. And I couldn't bring myself to watch that movie. I saw the trailer. I was not impressed. I mean, I like Scarlett Johansson just fine. She's a great actor. She nailed the
Yeah.
hell out of Black Widow. And I've
Yeah.
seen some of her other movies, and I'm like, okay, she's a good actress. That movie was not one of her better moments. I was just like,
Yeah.
I saw the trailer and I saw bits and pieces of the movie, and I'm just like, no, you can do, sweetie, you can do so much better.
I walked out within first 20 minutes. I barely remember that movie now, but because you brought that up about making a video game or anime movie, that just brought just that vague memory back into my life. But yes, I do agree that if studios did listen to the fans about what they had put out there in the trailer or design, like by the time a movie releases a trailer, it's most likely too late already to change like actors or actresses because they already filmed and they paid them already, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, when it comes to castings, like example with the whole whitewashing of Makoto from Ghost in the Shell to Scarlett Johansson, by that point it is too late. They already paid her and all that, and they already had started filming.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter as much as I wanted, I did sign petitions back then to get someone recast. That just won't work because everything's already been done and signed for on their end of paperwork, you know. So, but in terms of like animation and design for a like example, a mech, yes. If something is wrong, fans will react negatively, and then studios will have to take things back and push back their release date. And for Sonic, it made it for the better.
Yeah.
So, if only we could turn the clock back and go back to Transformers 1 in 2007, we could have had more accurate looking bots instead of just these overly alien looking designs, in my opinion. Because my biggest gripe with those Michael Bay movies for Transformers, it's like, unless you tell me their name, I will not know which Decepticon is which, except for Megatron.
Pretty much.
Like, Megatron is just spikes all over the place. But the problem is, all the Decepticons were also spikes all over the place. And like the Autobots, with the exception of Bumblebee and Prime, it's like that they look nothing like their G1 or anything counterparts. Like, they weren't even colored correctly. So
Yeah, I've given up. I gave up. They broke
Yeah,
me.
I
I
gave
gave
up
up a
on
long
those.
time ago.
yeah, but thankfully Bumblebee fixed that. So
Oh yeah.
I can't remember the director, but thank you, director of Bumblebee, for making that right choice. I still blame you and don't like you for making Starscream's look into Blitzwing. That was a crime. That was a total crime,
I wonder why
in my
they did
opinion.
that.
Yeah, like, you saw in the trailer that jet that was gray and red with the yellow cockpit. That was Starscream.
Yeah, I think I was gutturally. I was growling at my computer, and I think I slipped into ancient Klingon when I was cursing at my screen.
I was
Cause
watching the San Diego Comic Con live stream of the panel, and I was close to flipping in my chair, dude, when he said, and then Blitzwing is here attacking Bumblebee. I'm like, what?
yeah, it's like, oh, just because it looks like Starscream, moves like Starscream, that's not Starscream. It's like I'm offended by this.
And as we know, since the three of us have seen that movie, I would have been fine if they killed Starscream right then and there.
But I think the good thing about it is that they eventually showed Starscream in his Cybertronian form in
Yes.
the thing. So that made it up for me. I'm like, that's Starscream in his Cybertronian form, and it looks like his Cybertronian form, the jet.
Oh,
And I'm like,
and also they have his brothers next to him.
oh, Thundercracker and Skywarp.
Yes, I was
Oh,
so happy with
oh
that.
yeah. Well, yeah, they had the Seekers. I was like, yes, someone actually did it right.
And they made Shockwave logical and British sounding. That made me so happy for that 1 second of screen time.
Yeah, it was in that RC. It was good. It was really, 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 really good. And I mean,
Ratchet was the right color white,
seriously,
as he
like
should be.
if they would have just made another if they would have just made another movie with those CGIs, I mean, it'd be expensive to make. I mean, we all know that, but
Yeah.
it would be awesome. That would be the Transformers movie that we deserve.
Should have gotten all these years ago. But yeah, we really derailed from Gundam talk, guys, but that's how little news we have for this week. And I don't want to talk about any other series for a retrospective until we get to hopefully this Friday night, when we do our audio commentary. The first audio commentary this podcast will be doing is Gundam Wing Endless Waltz.
And
So,
for the record, we tried doing that last week, and that was a
yes.
horrible disaster.
Yes, we had so much technical difficulties. Oh my god. And we were all trying to figure out how are we going to watch the English dub, because and this is not a plug. Don't take this as a plug, but you can use this service if you want to watch anime. On Crunchyroll, they only have the Japanese dub of Gundam Wing Endless Waltz, which is odd because they have the dub and the sub version of the series, but not the English dub of the movie, which is odd.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean,
it's not
for
even.
Gundam 00, Awakening of the Trailblazer film, they have both English and dub. Gundam Unicorn, English and dub. Gundam Origin, English and dub, and those are movies.
Maybe because it's one of the more dated ones.
Probably. True. That's odd. But anyway, we have found a way to watch the English dub online together.
We hope.
Yes. What do you mean we hope?
We'll see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting. I tell you that much.
Yeah, true. I'm just glad we found an English dub that we can watch together. So, it has been a very long minute since I watched the English dub of Gundam Wing Endless Waltz. So I will be pretty much be having some laughs. I think we're gonna have some laughs during this commentary. That's for sure. So without further ado, we hope to see you guys again on Friday. Hopefully, my new laptop comes in by then, so I will be able to do this properly. If not, we'll have to push it back to the following week. But this has been Off the Runner. Oh my god, my mind just blanked. Oh my god.
It's okay, Marvin. Just think of Strike Freedom, and it'll make you feel better about yourself.
No, that just fills me with fury.
Good. Use it.
Use your anger.
That's what I tell myself when I drive.
What?
That's what I tell myself when I drive and get on the road.
Anyways, this has been Off the Runner, a Gundam and Gunpla podcast. This has been MVious Cosplay. Anybody?
Oh God!
I'm like, hello.
God, that was terrible. Like, you gonna go? You gonna go? This is Bucket Night 359. Wait, was that my name? This has just been a day.
Yeah, it has been. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. Of course, it'll be this chaotic.
I was actually cleaning my house when you're like, "Hey, let's do this." I'm like, I'm covered in dust, man. Okay. I literally am. I'm staring at this trash can and my Swifter, and I'm like, I still have to finish cleaning my house.
Did you finish your house though when the call started?
No, I didn't. I actually, you said 5:30. I'd actually forgotten, and then I checked my phone. I was like, oh crap. And
I literally forgot too. Like I was like just eating dinner at 5:25, and then that's when I looked. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot.
see, it's man, it's been a day, dude. It's been a day.
Alrighty. Oh, and DJProvoke is here too, as usual. So we will see you guys hopefully Friday. If not, the following week after. Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.